Hello there, it's me JD from Studio 2105 and we're back on MixStream Online and yet another episode of Weekly Update Wednesdays. If you're new to this channel, a warm welcome to you, a big shout out and thank you to the patrons who help support the channel financially. If you haven't done so, please click on the subscribe button and become a subscriber today. Don't forget to click on the notification bell as well so that you'll be updated every time I upload a brand new video. Do sign up for the email list, and if you want to support the channel financially, you can do so by signing up and becoming a patron at www.patreon.com/studio2105. Hey folks, I just want to share a little bit of personal news. By the time this video is out, it will be Wednesday night, the 12th of May 2021. And earlier this afternoon, I had already gotten my first shot of the AstraZeneca vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine, right? So I was very thankful, was very fortunate to have been able to sign up and register. I'll keep you guys informed and updated on my social media on how everything's turning out and how everything is going on, okay? Now, I just thought I want to share it with you because, folks, for any one of you out there who have not yet, especially here in Malaysia, if you have not registered for a vaccine, right, under our national vaccination program, I strongly encourage that you do so. If you have your family or your loved ones, maybe parents or older relatives who are in the vulnerable group, please do encourage them to go and get registered for the vaccination. I know it is going to be a wait, all right, and unfortunately for those who are not in the KL and the Klang Valley and the Selangor area, it's going to be a little bit longer wait than usual. But please do at least go and encourage your friends, encourage your family members, your relatives, right? Your uncle, your auntie, your grandfather, your grandmother, everyone out there who have not registered, get them to go and register, okay? Now with some of the updates out of the way, let's head on down to this week's featured question. When doubling or tripling a vocal the old-fashioned way, do you use a different mic every time you record a different part? Double tracking, or doubling for short, is one of the easiest ways of making a part sound bigger, richer, thicker, and as the name implies, it simply means that you record an additional part on top of the original, on top of the main part, okay? So the slight differences in timing and pitch between the parts, right, is what gives it the richer texture. It makes it sound a little bit bigger, sounds a little bit more thicker. And the best example of this is when you are listening to a vocal chorus, right, a choir, okay? And in fact, that's where the chorus effect, the word chorus, derives its name from. I made a video on this channel a short while ago describing the vocal thickening trick, and this is a trick, this is a kind of a technique which you can employ, right, which you can use to simply, right, to sort of thicken and make vocals a little bit fatter, a little bit bigger, right, just using very simple stock plugins which you can find in your own DAW. So do check out that video, okay, after you've watched this video, okay? Now with instruments such as guitars, it's very common to double track the main rhythm parts. And then when it comes to vocals, the chorus is often doubled or tripled, right, to give it the added dimension. Now for vocals, I would usually, and almost always, I would say 99% of the time, I would always do a triple. One track would be the main lead vocal, of course, right? And the other two layers will be the doubles and the triples, which I will then hand either left or right, depending on the situation. Now, the reason why I would go for a triple is that if you only layer one additional, that means if you only double it, when it comes time to mixing, you're kind of stuck in terms of your options. You have to kind of mix it up the middle. But then again, there's nothing wrong with it, okay? There's no rules when it comes to recording and mixing. If your end result, how you visualize it is that there's only going to be a single vocal, maybe a little bit thicker with a double in the middle, then by all means, go for it. If you want it to be spread a little bit more, right, maybe left and a right, then, right, you will need at least three tracks, okay? The main vocal and two, the double and the triple. Now back to the question, some engineers will use a different mic for the doubles, right? The reason behind this is that, the second mic will provide a different color. Now, a very common combination would be, for your main lead vocal, you use your typical large diaphragm condenser, and then you have a dynamic mic for the double parts. Bear in mind, right, in a recording session, the flow and the vibe of the session is very important, and the key to making this technique, right, this little technique of using two microphones work is to have the mics already set up, already patched in, and already routed. Now you don't want to be wasting precious time in the studio, right, patching and repatching inputs and switching cables here and there. Not only to mention, it totally kills the vibe, right, for the singer. Okay, so have everything set up, have everything prepared, and right, so that when you need to switch anything, it's either just a simple matter of just selecting the different input or selecting a different channel. You don't have to go around patching anything in and out. Now, personally, for me, I don't bother with it. I just use one mic for everything, okay? Now, to me, the slight differences that happens with each take already kind of gives me enough of what I want, so right, I don't really need to use a different mic to give me additional color, right? So, when it comes time to mix anyway, the processing for the doubles and the triples are usually different, okay? Usually it's a lot simpler, okay? Just basic compression, and EQ wise, I would often roll off a little bit more of the lows, right? A little bit more of the highs, and sometimes I will take out a little bit of the 3K region as well. But if you want to experiment, there are a few other tricks up the sleeve that you can employ to add a little bit more spice to your vocal doubles. Now, in the days of analog, some tape machines will have what we call the vary speed feature, and this allows you to speed up or slow down the tape, right, in a few percentages. Now, this in turn, when you speed it up, it raises the pitch, and when you slow it down, it lowers the pitch of the audio that's being played back. Now, when it comes to time to double or triple the vocals, right, what happens is that the engineer would first, right, using the vary speed up the tape slightly. The singer, right, when the singer then records, and then will have to compensate their performance, singing slightly sharp, right, to match the music that he or she is hearing, right, in their headphones. So then for the next take, right, the engineer would most often, right, slow down the tape, right, and then the singer would record and compensate and match it slightly flat. And when everything's played back, everything's combined together, right, speed is returned back to normal, pitch also goes back to the original. Now, this is a very special and very unique effect that could only be done using analog tape machines. Now, you can emulate this to a certain degree, right? What you do is you can insert a pitch shift plugin into your stereo, into your master bus, and right, you do something similar, okay? So every time when it comes time to do your double, you slightly raise the pitch, right, by maybe a few cents, right? Maybe not more than 10 cents, I would suppose, because more than that and it sounds slightly out of tune. And then after that, you lower the pitch and then you record that. But it is a bit of hassle. You have to remember every time, right, when you are doing each take, to go and either raise the pitch, bring it back down, lower the pitch, because right, if you are going back to doing main vocals or anything, you don't want to, you don't want to forget. It's very easy to accidentally forget to go back to the plugin and normalize everything and zero back the pitch shift. So right, I've done that before. I've tried this before. It's a little bit too much of a hassle every time having to switch and change the pitch shift. So right, I in the end I stopped using it. Now, however, even if you do this, it's really not the same. As I mentioned, it's not the same, and the vary speed effect, as I mentioned, it's a very unique sounding thing. Now, to sort of replicate it, you can, but it's a bit of a complicated processing chain, right? Because it's not only involving just pitch shifting, right? But it involves a little bit of modulation, And also very significantly, it also involves a bit of your formant shifting as well. Formant here, meaning the sound that's the result, the vowel sounds, your A, E, I, O, U sounds, and also the result of different throat lengths, right? And for example, male and female, young and old, right? These are what we refer to as the formants lah, okay, right? So it's not an easy thing to recreate. There may be some plugins out there that do the job. If I'm not mistaken, Cloner in Cubase, which is one of the stock plugins, and sort of do something similar to that as well, right? I did showcase, right, in the video which I mentioned earlier about the vocal ticketing trick. I also used and employed Cloner in that context, and you can check it out and see, right, how I would employ those plugins to achieve something similar. So in conclusion, I personally find that using two mics, right, to be unnecessary, but right, if you want to, there's no harm, right? Go ahead and try it out, okay? Just make sure that you have everything set up as I mentioned earlier, so that your session is going to run smoothly. It's going to run with no interruptions, right? You don't have to go around swapping mic pre's, swapping cables, inputs and all that, okay? And try it out and see, maybe you will like the result that you hear, okay? Now, and if you only have one mic or only one mic pre, don't worry about it, don't sweat it, okay? Because I just use one mic anyway, right? Just record the doubles and the triples as you would usually do, and just apply slightly different processing. For me, that already gives, right, the results that I want to achieve. If you want to watch a little bit more detail, right, on how I approach, right, mixing my vocals, how I deal with the lead vocals and the doubles and the triples, you can do so by checking out any of the episodes of the MixStream live streams, okay? Well, MixStream is a program which I usually run every fortnightly on every Friday night. So do stay tuned always to my social media and be subscribed to this YouTube channel so that we updated and informed every time the MixStream episodes come out, okay? So do check it out, right? Just click on the card above it. It will take you to the playlist, right? Check out any of the episodes, right? Maybe you want to check out a pop song or a rock song or hip hop track, okay? Click on those. Go into the description, there's timestamps there which will take you directly to the part of the live stream, so you don't have to watch everything from the start, okay? You want to jump straight to where the vocals are, just click on the timestamp and it will take you there. Hopefully this helps, right? And if you have any of your own tricks or your tips or your techniques that you would like to share with me or share with the rest of the community, please do, right? Leave a link if you have a video or maybe someone else's tutorial video, or if you have your own personal technique as well, do share it and leave it down in the comments below, okay? We really love to hear it. Share it with me and I will share it with the rest of the MixStream community as well. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful and informative, please do leave a like. Do share this with your friends, especially those who may be interested, right, in topics related to recording, mixing, and music production. And if you haven't done so, please do click on the subscribe button and become a subscriber today. Once again, if you want to help to support the channel financially, head on down to www.patreon.com/studio2105. Check out the various perks and benefits that are available for you, okay? Once again, a quick reminder, if you haven't registered for the vaccine, if you're here in Malaysia, or if you know your family members, your friends or relatives that haven't done so, please remind them and encourage them to register, okay? I hope that all of you will continue to stay safe. See you again soon in the next video. Happy recording and mixing. Peace, love, and music.